Hello, Chaotic Amateurs listeners. It's your old pal Bentley Michaels here, otherwise known as Lanston Philly Duke Bozos. Hey, thank you all very much for tuning in, for subscribing, for downloading the podcast. All of us over here at Chaotic Amateurs really appreciate it. Can I talk anymore? Probably not. Thank you also very much for tuning in to The Hateful Place. We've gotten some good feedback from both the creator of the show and from some of you listeners. So make sure you go and like our Facebook page, and you check out our stuff on Twitter and on Instagram, and also ChaoticAmateurs.com. If there are any artists out there that would like to create, any drawings or anything, from season 1 of Chaotic Amateurs, we'd love to feature you folks on our website. So please use the submission form there. If you have some art, send us a link, or you can hit us up, like I said, on Twitter and or Instagram. Make sure you follow, retweet, and subscribe to the podcast. Also, we have a Patreon, and we want to get that up and running. So if you're a Patreon person, you'd like to subscribe, we've got some cool rewards over there. And as the show grows and as the Patreon grows, we will, be offering different rewards and all that sort of stuff. So thank you very much for tuning in, and on to the show.
In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of Chaotic Amateurs.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Chaotic Amateurs. I am Caleb, the current referee and GM of our game that we're playing now, called The Hateful Place, by Dave Mitchell. What's so funny?
As soon as we started, Rhett put a chip in his mouth, and now it's covering his face, chewing it.
No respect. No respect. So, let's see here. Where did we leave off? You guys just finished hacking up a hacker, a butcher, which we should mention. We got a little note from Dave Mitchell over the last week. He listened to the podcast. Thanks for listening, Dave. And something that I forgot, and it makes complete sense now. Rhett, when you shot your gun, the butcher shouldn't have... hold on. This just in.
That's not on the recording, but my computer just beeped.
That would have been great if it was.
Dave Mitchell says,
my ears are burning.
Yeah, you're not allowed to play my game anymore. So, Rhett, you fired a gun at the butcher. Like one of the first moves, right?
Yeah.
And you hit.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, no, actually,
that's why
I don't think you did. I missed.
Well, here's the thing. The thing. You may have hit, and I rolled a defense
you did
roll.
hit, and he rolled a defense roll to matrix out of it, and Dave says you don't get a defense roll on a gun.
Logically, because
so
have you ever tried dodging a bullet? It's really hard.
I haven't, but I imagine it's difficult.
Master martial artist Caleb has definitely tried that.
Yeah, I've tried it, and I've been hit a couple times. So
that episode should have been about 15 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
So
thank you, Dave.
Just a heads up to keep us all honest. Only when you're using superheroes as part of the storyline, then you can start worrying about dodging bullets and things like that. So, help me remember that, because I'm going to forget again. So,
he just wants to kill us so bad.
No, I don't. Quit saying that. It's going to be really hard for you to live in the world that.
But also, I want to kill you.
Yeah.
But also, die.
So we left off. You guys had just defeated the butcher, who apparently was enjoying human flesh and was quite well fed off of human flesh. Not really paying attention to your surroundings, you were able to kind of lumber your way to the safe house. The safe house was provided to you by the gentleman that died next.
Bill,
yep.
And how are we not paying attention to our surroundings? We had a map.
Well, it was dark, remember? It was
dark
darkness.
because it's
Was it?
Yeah.
It's dark,
and it
23
was just
hours a day.
You just kind of oriented yourself to the map.
That makes more sense. I forgot about that part.
Yeah. It's kind of the whole thing.
No.
But you were going off of his map. You weren't. You were looking at landmarks. You weren't really looking at like street names or anything like that. So,
So we're still lost as...
Otherwise, we would have realized we were on Butcher Street and gotten out of there.
First problem, yeah. So you guys are in the cellar now, in the safe spot that Bill indicated. Remind me again who has what. We've got a book up for grabs.
I've got the book.
And we've got an amulet.
I've got the amulet.
And we've got a
I've got 100 feet of rope, a telescope, and a diagram.
Okay.
Which
So,
I've shared,
24-hour
which I've shared with them.
I also have a 24-hour candle.
okay, you have that and not... Okay.
Hot.
So that's where we are. Do you guys want to rest up, or do you want to just start heading out? You can wait for daylight. You feel like this place is pretty secure where you are now, but if you want to venture out when it's a little more riskier, you're welcome to. I
want to rest up just because I don't know how long we were hanging there, and my shoulders hurt.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So daylight is actually more dangerous than night because people come out and...
Not necessarily. So nighttime, all the terrible stuff is kind of free to do whatever they want. Daytime, there's not that, but there are people that are in survival mode. So thing number one is they're trying to loot and take whatever they can and hoard, and go to church. The other thing is that people wanting to get on the good side of the dark stuff might be out
the
to
Seths.
do. Yeah. Yes. People that are wanting to be inducted into the Seths or whatever, trying to prove themselves, they might be out during daylight trying to do bad stuff. But you won't have the really bad stuff out in daylight.
By the way, re-listened about all the powers that the followers of the Seths get. Thinking we should rethink our whole strategy here and just get some sweet, sweet powers.
So just join the Seths?
No, I'm good.
Fair enough. I don't think Gretzky would like that.
Well, you guys are friends, right, before this.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're waiting until daylight, sounds like. And by the sound of the church chimes, I can tell it's now dawn. Okay, you've waited 23 hours in the cellar, and the sun is starting to just break on the horizon.
We really should talk about this map before daylight happens.
Oh, it's a map?
We can rewind a couple hours if you need to.
Yeah, whatever this thing is.
Well, while we were resting, we were discussing the map.
You keep referring to it as a map. What makes you say that?
Well, my first impression of it was it's like the Dark Tower series.
Right.
And these are a bunch of different towers that are connected to one another through some kind of power or energy.
The beams.
The beams, yeah. And I'm thinking the star
I just
has
assumed he
something
got
to-
bored and was like, I'm going to make like a D500.
So when I was like really drunk one time, it looked like almost the shape of a D20 if you look at just like the bigger squares.
Yeah.
If you don't look at all the other
Like crisscrossing lines, yeah.
Yeah.
Those of you listening in, if you have no clue what they're talking about, go on our social media. We've got it on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and stuff. You can see the diagram they're talking about.
We're referring to the diagram from last time, which has
why don't you give us a word picture?
7 little circles, and then the 8th one is completely blacked out. And then the middle has all these zigzagging lines. Like, I don't know, it also kind of looks like, obviously since certain ones only go to certain things, I don't know, I can't
They all connect to one another.
Okay.
and
Well,
they're
not all of them.
Next to each other.
Each circle connects to 5 others.
Yeah, the opposite side ones.
They don't connect to the most adjacent. But they're also labeled. Each circle has a letter or 2.
And going clockwise at 12 o'clock is blacked out, then it's F, V, H, A, G, G, L, which has a star, and then L.
Can I tell
this
you
one
guys
is
something?
clearly a GR.
Yeah.
Just because I spent time on this thing, they all do connect to one another.
Oh, okay.
It's just the
I
ones
see
that
it.
connect to the adjacent ones. It's
Blacked out.
blacked out from the border on.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
I
so there is a line there.
see that now. Specifically
It's
by GR.
the limitations of Microsoft Paint. I'm sorry.
You should have made the diagram
using
bigger.
that paint bucket, you never know what you're gonna get.
Okay, so... Yep. we're screwed.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know. I was thinking too, like maybe in this new world, there's like 8 cardinal directions instead of 4. You know.
I'm also wondering actually now if there are different territories, and this is actually the migration of the light pattern.
Interesting thought.
Probably not. Way too complicated.
Well, also
Thanks.
he
There's
also
no way you could have thought of that.
Also, he based it off the eclipse. So the eclipse, hit Oregon first, and then it went across. So,
Everybody roll a perception.
Oh, wait, are we going to introduce our characters at all?
Oh, snap. Okay. On my left.
hi, I'm Checkers.
Checkers. For some reason, I was thinking it was Chip. I don't know why I forgot.
Chip checkers.
And then next,
Gage.
Gage.
And I'm Horace.
Whore.
Ace.
Ace. Don't go there.
Perception.
Yes, perception. So basically, just a D20. You want to go 15 or above.
Yeah, 1.
Natty 20. Not that it matters in this game.
It's a good roll still. It's about the best you can get. Did anybody else? What did you guys
Yeah, I
get?
got a 1.
I got a
You're
5
tired.
minus mind? Or your
no.
mind
That's why you wanted to leave
No.
that
It's
basement
pretty
in the
much
first
just
place.
if you get 15 or over.
I got a 5.
The mods only count if the description of the mod says in like investigation rules or something, which I don't think any of them did.
Fair enough. I
So.
still got a 5.
Okay. So, oh yeah, our adventure just started.
I couldn't let it go. Sorry.
So, checkers.
Yep.
Checkers. Looking at this map and studying this map, you do get the sense that maybe there is something mappish about it, and that star is a "you are here" kind of a thing.
All right.
So that's the sense that you get.
No. So, get that out of there. I got to be able to see mine.
The same.
His was upside down.
Riddled with
How do you know
notes.
that?
Because I rolled a 20. That's how I know. So we are at... Oh, so I wonder if the GL...
Yeah,
is that a GL or a GI? Lowercase L?
Means good luck.
Well, it's GR with lowercase r, so it's probably GL lowercase l.
Okay.
I wish I had inspiration to award. I would award it to you.
I don't know what that is, but I'd take a ret point.
I meant to Milo
Oh.
or Gage because
So
his deduction was very good.
clearly, it's a ritual of where the Apollonians pray for light. It's where they're situated, and we're at the GL location.
One thing I love about Rhett is that he pitches things with such confidence. He says, obviously, this is what it is.
Well, going off of that, though, then I wonder if the blacked out spot is where the main Seth's base is or something like that.
Maybe it's a position that they lost, which is why that they can't get lightness to be stronger. We gotta go there.
Lightness.
Lightness.
Yeah, daylight. You know that thing that happens once a day?
Yeah, it's called lightness now, where everyone is just like, it's like the moon where half of the people have their body weight.
And, yeah, people float. That look.
You're right.
Oh, those eyes.
So is there any like ritual things that are in this cellar where our buddy Bill was hanging? Like ritual?
No, not that you.
Nothing like that.
Not
We can't
that you see.
understand you as you're stuffing your face full of bread and supplies.
2 feet away from the microphone. It's one or the other. Eat or talk.
We have the book.
Yeah, is there anything in the book,
I have the book. I'll read it.
even though it's in Italian?
Cover
but,
to cover.
but maybe there's pictures.
I'm good with picture books.
Is
How
it a
about
pop-
the amulet?
Do they pop up?
Yeah.
The amulet with a crescent moon.
Yeah. So the amulet.
Wait.
yeah, the
Oh.
crescent
Let's
moon.
back up. So, did you guys sleep?
We're
Yeah.
resting
Like,
and sleeping
like,
right
is
now.
this pre-sleep or post-sleep right now?
I would imagine we got there, we secured the area because we put the bar on the door.
We were
We took
really
a nap.
tired.
Just pass
from-
out.
Yeah, and then we woke
investigate
up.
Things.
Okay,
Still
so
dark out.
I do
Killing
want
a guy.
I want to go
Where's he
back
at?
then. So you guys, while you were sleeping, is a fantastic movie. That's all I wanted to say.
Fair enough.
Do you all agree?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't.
While you were
that's-
sleeping?
Oh yeah, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
And, okay, I got you.
Okay. So no, but okay. So you guys were sleeping and you all had vivid dreams, and those dreams that came to you were the moment that you were abducted and taken to the butcher's cellar.
Oh.
And you wake up with a start at the very moment that you were knocked out. Yeah, just like that.
I can't believe they walked in on me while I was doing that.
How embarrassing. But as you wake up, you don't you immediately forget your dream. You don't remember. You just remember starting or being startled awake, like when you have one of those falling dreams and you're like
Yeah.
when you hit the ground. But Gage, you do notice that the amulet, what part of your body do you have it hanging on?
I would assume I just put it around my neck.
Okay,
Yeah.
I would hope.
It's hanging
around
somewhere else.
You do notice that it kind of slowly pulses from warm to cool. And it's not like a warm and then you feel room temperature. It pulses from warm to actually cool. And it just cycles through slowly, not really getting uncomfortable or anything sort of alarming. It's just something you notice.
Is it consistent? Like
Yeah.
equal amounts
Yeah.
of cool and warm? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you're awake. You did all that discussion about the diagram. And Checkers, you got what you got off of that little star in the diagram, thinking what you think now. And so the book, onto the book. Horace, you're reading the book, is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Why don't you roll a perception or a mind check?
16.
Nice.
Do I have to minus my mind?
That sounds like a emo album.
Because if you want a mind check, I
Because
have
of the band
minus
that I
one
toured
mind.
with minus my
But it's
thoughts.
still a 15. So.
Oh, that's a deep cut. That's
Shout out to Minus My Thoughts in Missoula, Montana.
Oh.
And the drummer of that band,
Yeah.
his name is Checkers. That's why I picked it.
Are you?
Nope.
That's
That's exactly why I picked all my places in the name.
Oh, that's right. You said Missoula, Montana. This is really bizarre. Okay. So with that, you do flip through this book and you're not making any sense of the text, but you do notice where the chapters begin and end. And at each chapter, instead of saying chapter, instead there's a picture of a guy with his hands up on.
And he's eating spaghetti and drinking red wine on a Vespa.
It says canto instead of chapter, and that's kind of your first clue that it's that's the Italian word for chapter. Is it's seemingly where the book is broken up is into cantos. Not only that, but you notice that our recently deceased friend Bill has scribbled some notes on those chapter pages, those canto pages. And
They're very helpful.
sorry, that wasn't a cue. It's not. We're not playing an improv game right now. I'm setting a scene. So
Guys, there's some inscriptions in here from Bill.
there we go. On Canto 6, Roman numeral 6, VI, Canto 6, you notice Bill writes home on it.
Finally.
How many chapters are in the book?
Guys, there's exactly 13 chapters in the book, which is a bad omen if you ask me.
No, there's way more than that. There's like 36 or something.
Which is 3 times 13. So there is that. No, it's not. I'm bad at math.
I was wondering if it was 8 chapters in the book for the 8 circles.
34 chapters.
Okay.
Or 34 cantos.
Canto.
There are going to be people out there well, I don't know. Our listenership isn't that big right now. I'm hoping that somebody out there listening.
I hope they figure it out and they write it in.
Yeah, they may have just figured out what all this is meaning.
Well, canto literally translated from Italian to, this is metagaming, it means small piece. So I'm just kidding. I made that up.
Still bringing that confidence. I'll follow you anywhere.
I guess I'm clueless. Canto 6 is...
Do you relay that to your friends?
Canto V. Hey, guys. Canto 6. It's got home written on it. You guys make any sense of that? Oh, home. You said something about the star, right, Checkers?
Yeah.
You think that's home?
Well, I mean, this is where we are. You are here.
Yeah, his home could be somewhere else. That's why the idea about the 8 chapters I really like.
So all of the chapters are in Roman numerals?
Correct.
Okay. Are there what are on the other pages? Like what are on the flip to the next chapter. What is there? Chapter 7. Do you have notes for this?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
You notice in Bill's handwriting the letter capital, both capital A Z.
Okay, we have an A.
A to Z.
Amazon, the big evil.
Go to the 8th chapter. What is it? Which one is it?
Are you just killing time until I tell you? We're getting into territory that I hadn't quite planned yet, but what I believe Bill wrote, what I believe he wrote on Canto 8 is a capital N, capital Y.
Okay, so these are guys. I'm Canadian, but I know this about the United States. They are abbreviated. So whatever chapter Canto 6 is, that is where home is.
That's where he's from. And
we
then
got AZ is Arizona, KY. Yeah. Wait, KY?
KY? Yeah, no, NY.
NY, New York.
Right. I was trying to see if like any of them lined up with.
And there's 34, which means that we're missing 16 states.
Oh, he didn't get that far in his journeys. He didn't get to see the whole country.
Well, this is like a printed book, right? It's not just a journal.
Correct.
Okay.
But it's his handwritten notes on it.
Yeah, it has notes in it.
Yeah.
So whoever wrote this,
Bill.
done goofed.
Yeah, Bill.
He didn't write the book.
No. I'm just saying all those AZ and Ys, those are all his handwriting.
Oh, right. It's a riddle book.
Do you want to maybe pass the book around to see if somebody else got it?
Can you please all just take a whack of this? I'm freaking only
Yeah,
good
so
at
I'll go
beating
ahead.
people to
Whoever
death
wants
with
to
a
look at the book.
I'm going to read the book.
Yeah, roll a thing.
17.
Okay. You notice that the book was published in sometime between 1250 and 1320 before totality, which means BC.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Or no, not BC. AD.
like,
yeah.
Dang, a book survived from then.
Yeah.
Shakespeare time. Shakespeare.
I make out the word Frodo.
No.
I'm sorry.
Funny.
I'm bad at solving
So what did
puzzles,
he
clearly.
perceive with
Very
his?
old book.
When the book was written,
Okay.
Okay, can I roll more on this? Can we all roll? Can we just pass it around
yeah.
and keep rolling on it?
until you know Italian.
Yeah. How long before we learn Italian
Okay,
from
6
reading
years
this book?
later.
I mean,
Guys, I've got it.
All right.
Italian's not that far off.
The sun is
from-
well in the sky.
Ugh.
Japanese.
Okay,
Do you want to hang out in the basement and just read this book and talk about it, or do you want to
guys.
take advantage of the daylight?
I think we ought to. I think these are coordinates.
Yes, you can roll again. You asked. You better
18.
roll high. That was a good roll. Okay. Okay. As you guys are passing it around and kind of like acting befuddled,
bound
slightly
in human skin.
arguing about what all this could mean, you notice as you hand it over to Gage, it passes in front of a candle. And as it passes in front of a candle, the back cover opens just a little bit. And you see that there is a message that appears when it's held up to the candle on the back cover.
Oh, he wrote in urine.
It was a real Dwight move that he did.
All right, I hold it up to the candle.
Okay. This is what you read.
Oh.
You got to read it into the mic, though. If you can read my writing.
I can.
Or, I mean, Bill's writing. Sorry, I just killed the illusion.
Bill has very feminine handwriting.
Yeah, that's what killed the illusion.
If you are reading this, I met my end. I sincerely hope that you are noble and of upright morals. What you see in this book is a map of our horrors. I did my best to spend my life, albeit apparently short, researching and making sense of this mess. Hopefully, you have found my diagram. It is my attempt at a visual representation of the text in this book. You will need both if you have any chance at survival. Once you study both, know only this. I met with the Apollonians after many hours. Apollonians, sorry.
Yeah, no. It's good. It's you should narrate what you saw though, because
know only this. He scratched it out, and I see the words, "Go in silence."
nope.
Go in sequence.
Yes.
Go in sequence. And then he drew an arrow.
Don't read that yet. Read the rest of it.
Well, I thought the arrow was okay.
I'm just telling you what Bill wanted.
Okay. Also, the Apollonians or Apollonians.
Definitely Apollonians.
Yep.
Oh, did I say it right the first time?
Yes.
No. Yes.
And then he corrected to
The wrong one.
Apollonians can be trusted, but be cautious. The things that walk freely can corrupt anyone. In all caps. It would appear that hell and the devil exist, so I pray that God protects you better than me.
Protects you better than he did me. Sorry.
Definitely says better than me.
I'm aware of that. That was Bill's mistake. I'm letting you know Bill made a mistake.
Can I read the rest?
Yeah.
I met with the Apollonians.
So explain what you're reading, though.
Okay, it's like a PS. It's like a postscript or something.
Yeah,
There's like
so
an arrow.
The part that was scratched out has like a subtext now.
Guys, hang on. Then I'll pass it to you, okay? I'm doing my best.
It was a first draft.
He didn't get many chances. He
I wrote
ran
it
out
in
of P.
pen. I wasn't going to write it again.
I met with the Apollonians, and after many hours of study and discussion, sequence isn't the important thing. Rather, the only requirement in terms of order. Cantos 31 through 34 should be dealt with last. At last meeting, the Apollonians congregated in the old capital. Take a look, friends. Let me pass the book around.
All right.
He then holds up his lighter and burns it.
I throw it on the candle.
I just love how you're like, yeah.
Well, you read it, and I mean, what else is going to tell me?
I just wanted you to take a look at it.
Sorry, hold on.
If it makes more
Let me
sense.
let's see if our DM made a secret message in urine.
Oh,
I do see splatters, but no words.
It's a folding cipher.
Oh, no.
Oh, here we go. What is this, a highlights book at the dentist?
It
Knock it
says,
off.
shut up.
Illuminati everywhere. All right. So now with that in mind.
Okay. Guys, each chapter is a state where we must go to vanquish the evil. And ending with Cantos 31 through 34. Can I take a look at Canto number 1?
You may.
What's it say?
No notes.
Mother of
Well,
God.
I take that back. There is a note. It just says,
Dear God.
you recognize the word limbo, and the let's say that Bill's note on that page says that those lines are limbo in the center. of the diagram.
So we
Like-
got to die a whole bunch to get to these places.
I'm wondering if the middle of the map is kind of like there's just nothing going on there. It's like most of Australia. It's just like
Zing to our Australian listeners.
and it's all
Well, I'm going to admit to utter and total ignorance. It's a visual representation of what's in the book, and we'll need both. So he brought attention to Canto 6, which is home.
so that's the GL.
That I guess.
If this is home,
So we got to start here and vanquish the evil here.
Well, I mean, if this is home though. I'm saying according to the thing where the star is, that's home.
Let's
so we
take a
may not
stretch.
be in home.
Let's take a stretch. Look, we all knew Bill. Okay?
Did we?
I think.
We worked with him for several weeks, and we know how much he loved Illinois.
He was a Bulls fan, yeah, sure. But
But are we in Illinois?
you guys, it's daylight. Do you want to go out and explore or what?
Yeah, let's go out and explore. Let's read some traffic signs or some garbage. I don't know.
find out what
All
town
right.
we're in. Who knows?
Yeah, let's go find a general store.
Where they only sell,
Twinkies.
I was going to say,
Snowballs.
stars for generals. All right. So, I gather up my belongings. I holster I make sure I got my 38 Chief Special.
Yes, we
Let
all
him
have
have-
all of our stuff.
Let him have his fantasy. It's okay.
I'm role playing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why we do this. That's why we play this game.
You know what? Listener of the show emailed me and was like, dang, they pick on you a lot, don't they?
No one emailed you.
Okay. But he texted me.
Oh, was
Just
that your
because your
mother?
wife feels bad for you.
Oh, no. I got a buddy of mine to listen to the show, and he was like,
It's because you're no longer in power. and you can't kill us.
yeah, they said the only balance of power was when I was the DM. All right. I'm going
let's
out.
go.
I'm going out the door first.
All right.
All right.
Gage, do you follow? Or are you just going to hang back and just have some alone time?
Don't mention grabbing your things, or they'll make fun of you.
So I'm going to grab my things, and I'll
That's smart.
follow out the door.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you have all of your things?
Yes, I grabbed all of my
Excellent.
things. I didn't leave anything.
And
behind.
I as well. Grab all of my
I don't know why
things.
anybody...
Well done, Checkers.
Yeah.
I'm glad you remembered that.
Thanks, buddy.
DM punishes me. I left all my stuff behind.
You forgot your bullets. Okay, so you creak open the cellar door and the sunlight bursts through. And being born in a generation that has only seen the 23 hours of darkness and 1 hour of light, your eyes take a little bit longer to adjust to the light. So
I'm
you're kind of
wearing
rubbing your
sunglasses.
eyes and you're kind of maybe you wear sunglasses like this cool dude.
I've got combat glasses.
Combat glasses?
Yeah, the cool round ones that like aviate,
Oh, like goggles, like
Fighter pilots.
Terminator
Steampunk
2.
kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're steampunk? Is
No,
that-
I'm decked out like completely militarily, like
Okay. So as you make your way out
Deathstrip.
and your eyes start to adjust, you realize, wait, this is our hometown. This is Salem.
No
Whoa!
one. No wonder he kept saying go outside.
A lot of answers would have come earlier had we.
Oh my God, guys!
But we had some great dialogue. We became great friends inside the cellar.
All getting cut.
We were in the basement of the corner of the building on Marion and Winter Street.
I was going to say Summer, where they do all those good rock shows. It's the Summer Street House. Anyway.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Wherever you want. I don't care.
Yeah,
You're
it
the
doesn't
DM.
matter to me. So it's in Salem, Oregon, basically.
I thought you were going to say my old basement.
Oh. Ooh.
But it doesn't have a storm drain.
And less chains.
No. Your old house is where the butcher lived.
Fair enough.
So you are in Salem. You know this town. The only thing is that when you got knocked out by the butcher, your memories went away.
Oh boy.
Like you don't remember anything, but you're piecing it together as you move along. So as you come out, you recognize, oh, this is our city. This is where we struggle to survive. Now, the looks of this city are way different than it is to us as real players now. Now, what it looks like in this kind of landscape, this current landscape, it's the ground, the hills, the trees, everything is made out of some type of flesh.
Wow.
Human organs, animal organs. It's all soft to the step.
The Golden Man looks ridiculous.
He's just kind of like, pew, and everything just kind of sloshes underfoot when you're walking around. But where you guys are, you're in downtown Salem, so it's pretty familiar to you, both as players and as characters. Yeah.
I feel like I'm just okay with dying now.
You know what? I'm going back to the cellar.
We should have taken sponsorship opportunities from local Salem businesses, and all the ones that sponsored the podcast had their businesses survive the apocalypse.
Shining beacons of hope.
Guys, we should go to the Lee.
It's a fallout shelter.
All right, so we're downtown Salem. We recognize where we are, kind of, like in general.
Yep.
Except for the goo.
Yeah.
Except for the flash.
So we pull out the map that Bill gave us initially. I pull it out, which is the map to the safe house.
Which is where you just came out of, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm assuming there's more than just like, you are here, and one line like leading you over.
A dotted line with an X.
Like it's a family circus cartoon.
You said there's landmarks on the map. What kind of landmarks are there?
What?
You said there were landmarks.
On the
It
map.
wasn't very specific.
From the butchers.
I don't know. Whatever landmarks that got you there. U.S. Market and SIGs. I don't know. It's not important.
This podcast brought to you by U.S. Market and Six.
Hey!
So does the map and the cipher dealy here, the diagram, is there, if I hold them next to each other, is there any sort of correlation that I can decipher?
Roll a mind or whatever, D20.
14.
You can't tell.
I see what he's doing.
Yeah, you have a theory.
Hey guys,
somebody else might be smart enough.
Come check this out. Do these things correlate? Does this compute? Nope.
No.
18.
Yeah.
Gage does see if you hold it in just the right way. You know what? Home, cellar, star on the diagram. That seems to be the same place. Holy crap.
Just like I thought.
I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth. I don't know if you say cuss words like crap.
No.
Yeah.
It's against my morals.
You're a believer. Oh, are you an Apollonian or are you some random?
Yeah, definitely Apollonian.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't talk about that last time?
No. We talked about him being a believer, and then I waited to let him choose his spells.
I was trying to seamlessly retcon that.
Oh.
So is this is this just of our town then?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is this just of our town? This diagram, these things, or is this like long journeys going to different states and stuff?
Do you want me to remind you of something that you already know?
Yeah, because I'm a bozo.
Okay. You remember that the notes on the book had state abbreviations.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know that this is a visual representation of the book.
Ugh.
Okay.
And it's coded, so GL is Oregon.
Or
You guys, this is really exciting for me. I think this is really difficult, but you guys are doing really well.
This is insanely infuriating. Not only
This
for
is
me,
a lot of fun because
but
you
for
guys,
the listeners.
you guys are slowly figuring it out. And
What's
I love
fun
it.
for me is that I realized I now went way too easy on you guys. Just like-
I can't wait till season 2. You guys are all going to get it.
So something I want to do is pay special attention
Okay.
to the heat and cold that's emanating from the amulet, and see if it
Smart.
increases in
Oh,
changing, or if it gets colder, if it gets warmer.
Okay.
Use it kind of like as a beacon, maybe.
Yeah.
So-
I
The
think
amulet is
Hot or
the
cold.
hot and cold.
Yeah.
All right. Gage,
yeah.
you want to take lead on this because you're the only one that seems to have any sort of idea, and I'm getting insanely frustrated.
I got nothing.
Ugh.
So something we can do is we can look for food. I mean, we're gonna need that eventually.
Yeah, just talk and get to know
And,
each other a
you
little
know-
better.
Okay, so the map is a map of horrors. Or excuse me, the book is a map of horrors. He labeled each canto, some of them with states. So, okay. Oh my God, this is like a bestiary or something.
Sure.
Like
Don't look at me. Like, I get what you're saying.
Like a Necronomicon, where each chapter represents a monster or something that we have to fight.
This is so satisfying.
Okay, and he labeled them in each state because, for however he knows that that's where those horrors of the darkness are deriving their power or otherwise based. Okay, so
Quite looking at me for approval.
book is a map. The book is a map. The
I'm twirling my
diagram
daggers.
is an
I'm
attempt
juggling
at
my daggers. I'm
visual
so
practice your
bored.
skills.
representation.
Yeah, it's the key.
Okay, it's his best attempt at representing the book.
And this is all you're doing. This isn't
Okay.
Dave's doing.
Okay,
Correct.
can I just
read the end of
says
it again?
study-
What does
okay.
the end say?
The Apollonians congregated in the old Capitol. Let's go.
The what?
The old Capitol.
Like the Capitol building?
Yeah, the Capitol
Yeah.
building.
With
Okay.
mushroom pants on it?
Yeah.
All right.
After all that
I
brain
think I
work.
saw you like spraying something.
Oh my God. I was just like, you put it up there and I was like, it's got to be in here.
Blood red mad.
Old Capitol. Okay. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
Capital. Do it.
To the Capitol.
To the Capitol.
Which we all know where it is because we live here.
Yep. And you're not that far away because you lived downtown, or rather, Bill lived downtown. And as you approach the Capitol, you notice that the buildings are kind of overtaken by this organic flesh. The Capitol's no different, but you do notice that the gold man that stands on top is still golden. He has not been overtaken by the flesh. So he's still erect. Fully erect. And you guys, now that you're at the steps of the Capitol, what do you do?
So I'd say we should probably walk up the steps and see. if
I
the
tell
door's
you
open,
guys-
right?
Knock on the door.
I tell you guys some fun trivia about the.
No one cares. He blows.
He's not bolted down.
Checkers blows right past him and
Okay.
goes and knocks on the front door. If there is that sort of thing.
Roll a perception.
Okay.
The golden man is
Checkers
bolted down.
dies.
It's shifted 6 inches in the great earthquake of 92.
14.
Okay, everybody else?
11.
16.
All right. Horace, as Checkers is knocking on the door and Gage seems to be focusing on the door with him, waiting for some sort of response, you're kind of scanning the area and looking around, checking over your shoulders,
Okay.
checking your six, and you notice that there are people walking around. It's oddly a high number of people. It's like nobody's staying indoors right now. And you notice that the sun is starting to set and people are starting to filter out to their respective safe spaces.
So any response to the knock on the door?
Gage, let's just get this going.
So lots of people are walking around. Actually, it kind of makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I wanted to get to a place that I could be safe.
Hey,
Okay.
guys, there's a lot of people out here. Let's get in there.
Skedaddle.
Well, I'm knocking.
Is the door open?
Just
try the door.
As Checkers knocks on the last knock, it just sets the door open. It wasn't locked, and it's the what are those rotating doors called?
Yeah, rotating doors.
Okay, yeah.
Revolving doors.
Revolving
Yeah,
doors. Thank
that's
you. Yeah, you were knocking, and then it just kind of started moving, and you guys can now pass through if you want.
Sweet.
Well, I would go in. What do we see when
Okay.
we enter?
I'll jump in too, so that we're in the same.
Also,
vestibule.
remember, I still have my knives.
Your knives in your
Yeah.
hand that you're twirling.
Well, now at this point, I've got them, where I'm holding the handles.
You're on
upside
high
down
alert, kind of.
with the blades up my forearms, and I'm knocking.
Okay. So you guys enter, and you hear the echo of your footsteps on the marble floor.
I try to walk
It's-
quieter.
Gage tiptoes. You notice that inside this building, it hasn't been overrun by the flesh. So inside this building, it seems to be relatively kept the same as it was before totality. But it still looks aged. Like there hasn't been people taking care of it necessarily.
The paintings of the Oregon Trail are very faded.
And the golden seal on the floor is very tarnished.
Hello?
Hello? Hey. Great minds think alike.
You hear a rustling of some paper, like almost not necessarily paper, but like a shuffle
In what direction?
Who goes there?
above you.
Okay.
I
look
run up
up.
the flights of stairs very quickly.
You hear it kind of skitter off.
We're just looking for the Apollonians. Bill sent us.
Nice.
I can't not respond to that. You hear above you, Bill, you say?
That's right. We're friends of Bill.
What's your name?
You can call me Ace.
What's your real name?
It's Horace.
Who's with you?
We're all friends here. I got my buddy Checkers over here on my 8 o'clock.
Hello.
Okay. And on my 4:30. All right. It's my friend Gage. We're cool. It's all cool here. We're fine.
How do I know that?
I'm going to lower my staff to a friendlier position.
How about you drop your staff?
Okay. You drop something in return.
So I would like to pull
Wait a second.
the amulet from under my shirt.
Smart.
And I want to show that to him and say we're here to find out a little more information
He says, where did you get that?
from Bill's.
From Bill's
He
basement.
has passed.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You shouldn't have told him that. You shouldn't have told him.
I feel like it's safe.
They
You hear shuffling.
They are being very nice.
We wish to
You hear
continue his quest.
his endeavors. You hear shuffling come down a stairway, but you hear it kind of all around you, like it's in stereo almost, circling around. And then all of a sudden, you see, where are you guys located in the capital?
I'm standing in the center.
I guess I went up a stairwell.
Yeah, we start. I was following him kind of up the stairs.
Which towards the which
Right or
where
left?
we heard the skittering.
I guess I went right.
Okay, so you guys went up to the right.
Well, he did. I'm
And
standing in
you're
the
at
center.
the center. Okay. So you hear it all around you. You guys hear it above you still, but it's slowly coming down, down and down. And then on your guys' level, we'll say you went up one flight.
We're on a landing or all the way up?
Yeah. And you Checkers, you see this little figure, kind of old, join the two of them up on the landing. And he immediately grabs for the amulet and pulls it close to look at it and feel it and just kind of fondle it in his
I
hand.
allow it.
Okay. So, Bill's dead, is he?
Yes, we were captured by a butcher.
Terrible way to go.
We seem to have some kind of amnesia. Do you know us?
I don't know you, but I know Bill.
We were definitely friends with Bill.
I wish there was a way to roll like deception or something in this game. Call BS on that.
What can you tell me about this amulet?
I can tell you that my fellow Apollonians have worked hard to find that amulet and to restore its power.
I feel a power coming from it. It seems to heat up and cool down in a rhythmic pattern.
That's very interesting.
Definitely to the rhythm of Iron Man.
You don't know who that is, or that song.
Fair enough. That was some metagaming.
Okay. He says you must be somebody special indeed. That amulet isn't supposed to work except for when it's on a particular person.
Yes.
Mom, you hear that? I'm chosen.
Have the power.
And
I'm going to slowly start to walk up since there doesn't seem to be, like, they didn't get their throats cut or anything.
yeah.
Hey, old man, what can we call you?
You can call me Virgil.
Hey, Virgil. So, I get you guys are Apollonians. There's a moon on here. Apollo, moon,
Mm-hmm.
related.
Congratulations.
You're welcome.
You are correct.
Ray Charles saw that.
Yeah.
Who?
So, I'm sorry. What is your name with the amulet?
Gage.
You're Gage. Okay. So, I should tell you that amulet is a very special tool. The reason Bill had it is because he was our reconnaissance man. He was the one doing research to find out about what's going on and hopefully find a way to defeat this darkness that has overtaken the land. That amulet gave him the power to go to these different areas and not be subject to the environmental...
It's a portal gun.
Not be subject to the environmental tortures. So he could safely pass through areas without being harmed.
It's kind of like a shield against the
Precisely.
darkness or
I
blight.
see
or whatever.
why you have the amulet. You seem to be the perceptive one of the bunch.
Question.
Yes. Whoa, who are you?
Hi, Checkers. Nice
Checkers.
to meet
Oh, that's
you.
right. Checkers.
Is it only him that's protected, or is there like some sort of radius effect?
That's a good question. It is an area.
Excellent. How big's the area?
I'd say about 10 to 15 feet.
Awesome.
Perfect enough for 3 people.
Yeah. Let's bone down.
All right, Virgil, look. I know you're a secretive bunch. Maybe not, because you opened the door to 3 strangers.
I didn't open the door.
I did with my knocking.
Yeah.
Oh, what? So they got magic doors now?
No, it's a regular door. It's just not locked.
Okay, here's what I want to know. I pull out the diagram,
Okay.
and I show it to Virgil.
Interesting.
Apparently we're here. What do you think about that?
Think about what? Like,
Virgil. Okay.
yeah, you don't have to keep saying my name. You're looking right at me. We're talking to each other.
Okay. So the star?
Yes, Horace.
Are we? So is this a map? I thought you knew Bill.
Have you
I
seen this
know
map
Bill.
before?
Okay. Have you seen this diagram
Yes,
before?
that looks familiar. I remember Bill bringing it and us discussing it.
Okay. What happened in that discussion?
We had a lovely time.
Other than that. Okay. Here's what I want to know, Bill.
Ask me questions.
This diagram represents what's in this book, and I pulled the book out.
Do
you read Italian, Virgil?
No, but I know that book very well. I've read translations of it.
What's the title of the book?
Are you ready for this? I don't think you can handle it.
Doesn't feel very good,
The
does it?
Bible.
Oh, is it?
No.
There's more than 34.
Yeah, I know. It's just the New Testament.
Oh, we're fighting monsters from hell.
Did you just figure it out?
It's the New Testament?
No.
It's the Old Testament.
No.
No, there's
You're
27
You're so
books.
close,
It's
though.
the Kabbalah.
No.
It's the Torah. It's the
Okay, you're going to offend somebody listening
Hebrew
to this.
Bible.
So let's...
But I am close. It's the Quran.
No.
It's definitely nothing from Abrahamic religions.
Is
apparently.
it just the Book of Revelation?
No.
Oh, that would have been badass.
La Divina Commedia.
The Divine Comedy. Okay, so it was written by... anyway, it's the guy with the multiple levels of hell. Dante's Inferno type stuff. He also wrote The Divine Comedy or something.
Well, we have
You're not
8
wrong.
possible
Okay.
locations.
Written by Dante.
Oh, okay.
Aleclehelia.
What?
Bonus points for pronunciation.
That was pretty good.
I don't know.
Okay. So, Virgil,
Yes.
so it's the Divine Comedy. But what does this diagram represent?
Are they the levels of hell?
Can I take a closer look? He holds a lighter up to it.
No!
Just kidding.
Oh.
So you got this from Bill, huh?
He told me that it's a visual representation of apparently the Divine Comedy.
I wasn't aware that he was able to map all the areas. This is interesting. When I met with him last, he had maybe 3 or 4 of these circles filled in.
Yeah, and if you check out like some of the chapters, like 6, 7, and 8, it looks like he's abbreviated the states. So we've got like Arizona, New York.
That
Chapter
makes
6
sense.
must be Salem or
That makes
Oregon,
sense.
anyways.
So, what I know of the book in your hand and this diagram, the letters that he's written inside this diagram, they seem to correspond with the sins that govern or that populate the circles of hell.
Gluttony. Are we in gluttony?
So that's with all the guts and blood, and that's why there's
That's
the
why
butcher.
that butcher eats human flesh.
Yeah.
We got lust, we got gluttony, we got greed.
We've got asthma.
I was going to say avarice.
We've got hepatitis. We've got farting, and we've got vegan.
The worst of them all.
And no, the worst is the V, which is
Lust,
vegans.
gluttony, greed. Anger? Avarice?
Adultery?
Adultery.
Right.
No, wait.
No, that's not it. What's that movie?
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
There's 8
going to
here.
Yeah, that'd be more like envy or something.
Well, if it's the original Italian words and that sort of stuff, so it might be.
There we go.
But that's definitely, there's no way the first 3 line up.
Lust,
Oh, lust would be
gluttony,
adultery.
greed.
Anger, hate.
Yeah.
Somewhere around 4 and 3 o'clock, you turn 14.
Virgil,
I don't know.
can you tell us what they represent? I guess my
Absolutely. Any
Christianity
normal,
isn't up to snuff.
You don't have to be a Christian to know this. This is like you learned this in high school.
Okay, well, I apologize
Yeah,
for
if you go
the
to Christian
institution
high
of
school.
I apologize for the institution of high school being abolished like 100 years ago. Okay?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so the circle that we're in now, the one with the star, that's gluttony.
Okay, but what about the
And
ones that we don't know?
You were correct for
Will you
most
let the
of them.
man talk?
Yeah. I'm going to stop talking if you keep interrupting. The one directly north of us is lust. South, greed, and we'll go on from there. Anger, heresy, violence, and fraud. And I don't want to talk about that other one.
I guess I don't understand what the sin frog could be.
It's when you talk like this. It's the worst.
All right. So what's the one that's blacked out?
I'm not going to talk about it.
I thought you were a theologian, Virgil.
I am.
Now, do these...
He cast blind on on horse.
So apparently it's like the one that can't be discussed because it's so bad.
Yeah, because I'm wondering, Virgil, is like lust, is that Washington State? Are they like corresponding to exactly what's sort of around us, that sort of thing? And greed is like California. And then is, this is why he doesn't want to talk to you about it. The blacked out one is
Canada.
What's funny, total metagame, forget this in character, but the fact that you said you're from Canada is totally a coincidence. I just want to lay that out.
But it is Canada.
Virgil,
Yes, sir.
Am I onto something?
You're onto something, but I do know that when he was out mapping the other circles, as we call them, he was gone for a lot longer than just like a trip to Idaho.
That's because one of them's New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got at least that.
That would make sense.
So there's 7 cantos that have state things. Can I flip through the book and find out which ones are labeled with states?
Sure.
So 6, Virgil, 6 is us, right?
Correct.
We're in gluttony.
It would seem.
Okay. So 7, is that
First of all, 7.
It's Arizona.
That just refers, if I'm understanding Bill's notes correctly, 7 just refers to the canto or the chapter.
okay?
Chapters and cantos don't necessarily line up equally with the circles. You may have several chapters in a circle.
Oh.
34 divided by 7. Yep, my thoughts exactly. All right.
You guys just now stumbling onto what kind of world you're in and where you need to go and what you're going to have to deal with in the future.
What do we have to do in gluttony?
You must kill Cerberus.
Boom!
For chaotic amateurs, I've been Checkers.
Gage.
Horace.
And I have been your referee, Caleb. Grab your hockey sticks and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.